Blake Nash, Diego Ramos, OKN stars for the Earthquake. We're green. Everyone else able to make it through those opening couple of corners. A bit of changing up front here. Great start for Paulie Massimino in the number 40. And last year's OKN Stars champ is already going to work on Ramos to the inside. No, not in two. And you can see here on the side, the drone cam showing James Overbeck moving over to the the pit out lane, and a frustrated, understandably so, number 48.
We continue to watch Blake Nash do what Blake Nash does, which is run up front and try to keep it moving up front there. Watch second place swap there. Massimino now moving through. Paulie Massimino.
What are your emotions right now? You enter the weekend points leader. You don't even make it out for the main.
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's kind of how the last 3 weeks have felt. Just disappointing result after disappointing result. It sucks, obviously. We were in really good points positions in almost all the series, and now 2 bad weekends and puts me in a hole. So it sucks, but I'll just, at the last round, just have to go get it done.
13 minutes left to go as the 29 is off there. Lourenco finding the grass, able to get back going though.
Massimino may repay the favor to Diego Ramos. Here's a great look. Check this out. Hanging loose on the edge right there out of turn number 1 and just barely dipped the tire. He's a couple seconds away from the back of Frankie Ayadavea, so it's going to be a little while before we see more action there. As here's Ramos with a look for second, down to 1. Nope. Thought about it, tucked back in.
Bailiff and Ayadavea also are bumper to bumper here. That's a send up the inside from Ayadavea on Wheeler. That 76 car able to get past the 21 there. And here's the thing, the gap now 2.1 as they cross the line. Here's the pass, and the 50 is off of Olds. Olds gets back through. Believe that Ramos did get past Massimino there, and he did. And now Ramos can take off and try to close that 2 seconds.
Yeah, 2 moments kind of colliding there at the same time for us. Paulie saw that Diego was still on his heels going down the front stretch, saw him poke a nose and waved him back on by. He said, yeah, I got nothing. And behind them, this is Kyler Cheatham and the Maranello of Theo Corelli. This is 15th and 16th together with a pair of battles around the racetrack. Let's look at Olds. Yeah, just taking too much speed through 15, a little bit too wide.
Gassy at Lee, look at him. He's up into 7th here, continuing to push, continuing to find time. CGL, with 7 minutes to go, has managed to rocket that kart from P18 to P7.
Oh, one more off, big off. Aiden Fox with a huge moment there in the infield. A big dust cloud as they go wide at turn number 10. The skies are darkening a little bit now. Gassy at Lee with a run. Finn Bailiff, I think, is going to let him go down into 8, and that'll be P6 now for Jace Gassy at Lee.
And we'll see what can be given as Gassy at Lee.
Problems for Finnegan Bailiff. Problems for Finnegan Bailiff with an issue, a mechanical problem. He was 7th, and now he'll drop to the rear. All 18 still going, and it'll be a P18 result for what was tracking to be a very respectable top 10. Diego Ramos and Paulie Massimino, they're starting to really hit a stride here. They are pushing forward and in the same position that Blake Nash was the last time.
Yeah, I spoke to Paulie before the race, and I wanted to kind of let this race materialize before I spoke about it, but I asked Paulie what he's been struggling with, and he said, listen, it's kind of a head scratcher because they can't tell if they're down on power or at too much grip, and it's making it feel like it's not coming out the corners. I'm watching Paulie's go-kart, and it seems like that's the case. It looks like he's almost got too much grip in the middle and exit of the corners, and it might be showing here on the exits. And like you said, Xander, I think the draft is helping him more than himself actually driving.
Blake Nash is headed for home here. What a day he has had.
It's been such an amazing day for Blake Nash, a great weekend for Blake Nash, you have to argue here, as well as he's going to come through 6. I mean, look at that, 2.3 seconds the gap behind. It is closing, as you said, but just not enough. He looks over the left shoulder, he looks, and was that a little shrug I saw? Just a little okay, as second place really is up for challenge between Ramos and Massimino going through 8, 9, 10. Here they come through. The second place battle will go. Blake Nash sails into the sunset. Ramos not so comfortable.
Final time to the back sector of the racetrack. Ramos versus Massimino. These points could play a big factor in the championship fight. But for Blake Nash, he's about to assert himself into that. A podium at Newcastle and out of turn 16, Blake Nash, the California kid, wins the OKN Stars Earthquake. And to the line for P2, it will go the way of Ramos over Massimino. Henry Wheeler will finish 4th. Frankie Iadavea, P5, and Chase Gassiet Lee, a valiant effort here to get all the way from the back of the grid to P6.